Advent A to Z, we're at the letter C for Creche, which is another name for the crib or the manger that the child Jesus was laid in, also commonly referred to as the nativity scene, which is the full setup that recreates with figurines that first Christmas night. I want to talk a little bit about the history of the nativity scene and some practical things we can do to help us enter into the Christmas mystery in a deeper way. So this is a painting of St. Francis of Assisi, who was traveling with some of his Franciscan brothers to a town of Creche, Italy, to celebrate Christmas in the year 1223. And when they got to the town, they realized that the chapel was not going to be large enough to host everyone for midnight mass. So St. Francis was inspired to go and look for a place, and he found a sort of a cave, and he was also inspired to recreate that first Christmas night. And so he brought in a live donkey, an ox, he put down hay, he brought out the manger, and he was preaching about the babe of Bethlehem. And St. Bonaventure tells us that St. Francis was so moved by the simplicity, the poverty, the humility of tangibly experiencing that first Christmas that he couldn't even say the name Jesus. He just kept saying the babe of Bethlehem. He was so moved with emotion. And what St. Francis created that night was the first nativity scene of just re-entering into that first Christmas in a very tangible way. It caught on and became very popular throughout the history of Christianity, where now the nativity scenes are common in almost every home around this time of year. If you don't have one, I strongly encourage you to get one, because the nativity scene draws us into the stillness of that first Christmas, the humility of God to come to us as a baby born in a manger to save humanity. Some practical things we can do. Number one is to not place the baby Jesus in the crib until Christmas is actually here to celebrate the birthday. So, we hide the baby Jesus in a drawer and keep him away until that great moment is here. Another thing, especially for kids, is to keep the wise men away from the nativity scene and have them on their journey, moving them a little bit each day. The Feast of the Epiphany is celebrated commonly on January 6th, so the wise men are coming after the birth of Jesus, and it can be something fun to engage your children in this anticipation of them meeting Jesus for the first time to celebrate the birth of our Savior. God bless you.